What's up?
We're back!
Yay! It's 2014! And the world didn't implode on itself yet again.
Nope, nope, it didn't.
Because people seem to think that our world's just going to implode one New Year's Day.
Yeah, I don't know why the new year seems like a good time to end the world. It's a great time to begin again.
You know, because, the end
I guess.
of a year.
You just want to end it right there.
So let's end the world.
Nah.
But who really says that an end of the year is going to end the world?
Somebody. Not me. So there you go, guys.
So with our new year brings
a new, different direction that the camera is facing. What?
some new
There's doors behind us now instead of a blank wall.
new studio chairs that y'all really can't see.
No, but they're green. Only there's some cute little pillows on them so our tushies don't hurt for the hour that we sometimes sit here. Sorry, guys. We'll work on that in the new year.
And a brand new sign.
That still says 500 days of friends, but not those friends. But I wish you guys could see a little closer these cute friends that are in the picture. It's us. We were trying to put them in chronological order earlier, and it was kind of hard.
That's why the person who made this just left them up there.
Stuck them on there. Because 8 years of friendship is a little hard to remember when you did what. And when you get older, sometimes your memory goes. Not really.
We won't mention how old we are.
Nope. We're not talking about that either anymore.
That's okay. We just discussed that and got a little sad. So we're not going to get sad anymore tonight. Because we got some fun stuff to talk about.
So, it may be a new year. We may have a new studio position. We may have a new sign. But we still want to talk about the weather. I love it. Yeah. Me. I like to talk about the weather. Because as I say every week, I feel it is an adult thing. Only grown-ups talk about the weather, not children. They don't talk about things like that. So, the weather.
The weather
is stupid.
It's crazy here in Texas.
It was 68, almost 70 degrees yesterday.
Beautiful yesterday.
Fantastic. Loved it.
Like wearing shorts. I went out in shorts and I was good.
Yeah, flip-flops. You were cool. It was fine. Today, it was 47 degrees.
Windy, which makes it worse. So the wind chill factor is probably in the 30s.
Yeah. So 20 degree difference between
tomorrow.
The days. It's probably another 20 degrees. I think it's going to be in the 20s tomorrow. I don't like it. I want it to just stay. I don't care if it's cold. And I don't care if it's hot. I just want it to be one. Yes, exactly. Just pick a venue, pick a weather, pick a group of digits to be in, the 60s. Just be in the 60s. Just be in the 20s. But don't be in the 50s tomorrow.
Because you know what, Mother Nature? That's what makes us Texans sick.
Yeah.
When you can't decide what you want to be.
We get ill.
So decide so we can have a better relationship with you.
That's right. So I don't have to call you stupid. Jerk. So the weather is awesome. Yay for the weather. So
New Year's just happened.
New Year's just happened.
Hope y'all had a great New Year's. For our New Year's,
we had it
rocking.
I love our New Year's. The last 2 years we've sung karaoke
in the comfort of my home.
At home. But really, I don't want to sing karaoke where other people can hear me. That doesn't seem like a good plan.
I want to be safe.
Right.
And I don't want my New Year to end.
Yeah, you don't want your New Year to not begin.
So, I'd rather stay at home where I can control my environment.
Exactly. I just don't want people to hear me sing really bad. Lindsay wants to make sure we stay alive.
People can hear me sing, because probably all the people that can hear us sing are probably wasted.
Yeah.
So we'd probably be the only ones who be like, man, we're terrible.
Yeah,
and everybody else be like, yeah, you're amazing.
Probably. It's probably how it would go down.
Yeah, you've heard how amazing I am when I sing.
Yeah, you guys have heard it. And you guys have heard how not amazing I am when I sing sometimes. You're like, what? Not that. So our New Year's was pretty fun. We had a good time. We always have a good time. New Year's or same old years. We just have fun. But with every new year comes those lovely New Year's resolutions.
That some can keep, and the rest of us
just fail at.
Completely fail.
So, Lindsay, did we make any New Year's resolutions
we made
this year?
one New Year's resolution.
Just the one. We haven't even started it yet, and it is January 5th.
I feel if we start this resolution before January's up, then we're doing pretty good.
It's true. I'm with that.
Our New Year's resolution is to exercise more.
Right, because Lindsay wants to go hiking when we go to Hawaii, and Ashley doesn't want to pass out and die.
Plus, I have a 15K I have to train for.
Yeah. 15K? I don't even know how many miles it is, but it is
9.1 something miles.
Too many. It is 9.1 too many. So, Lindsay's going to train for a 15K. I'm going to train to walk up a hill in Hawaii. Which probably will be roughly the same amount of training that's going to need to go down. So yeah, so that's kind of, yeah.
That's our one New Year's resolution. So
yeah.
People that do watch this, maybe you need to make sure we're keeping up with that.
Yeah, you need to go, type on the bottom, hey, did you exercise today? I'll be like, hey, get off our backs, man. We'll get to it.
Because even though it's more fun to work out with a buddy, these two buddies are pretty lazy. We don't push each other to do anything.
It's like, do you want to walk now? I kind of want to walk now. So, we're going to need some encouragement, and we're counting on you guys for that.
You world. But yeah, that's it for our New Year's resolution.
Yeah, so this was also kind of maybe sort of a New Year's resolution, but it's gonna not really happen in technically the new year. But we decided that we wanted to try and see all the movies that were nominated for Oscars this year.
No, those nominees won't be announced until the 16th.
Yeah, so we're okay on that. You can't bug us about that one yet.
You can't bug us. Have you watched a movie today? Have you watched a movie today? Until the 16th. Then you start bugging us. So,
next week or the next, then you guys can start.
But we're pretty good movie watchers, so.
Because that just involves sitting in a dark room, usually while you eat popcorn or drink a soda. What? Done. We can totally
handle pros at watching movies, so might want to help us with the exercise more than the movie watching.
Yeah. So we have kind of been looking to see what movies might get nominated
that are on the Oscar radar.
Yeah. So one of those we've both already seen, even though we saw it separately, which is American Hustle, which Lindsay was a fan. I
liked it. And you know who else liked it? Brian Greenberg.
Well, that Brian Greenberg.
You and I should be friends.
Jake from One Tree Hill.
Because I liked American Hustle probably as much as you did.
Yeah. I did not like it as much as you did, Brian Greenberg, so let's not be friends.
Oh, that's so sad.
Just kidding. We can be friends. Sometimes friends have different opinions on movies. That's totally okay. So we can be friends. So we both saw that one. Mm-hmm. And today we went and saw a movie.
We did. Inside Llewyn Davis.
2 thumbs up.
It is a good movie, guys. Good movies. It has a very indie film kind of feel.
Vibe.
It was made by CBS
Films. Which I was like, CBS, I didn't know you were in the filmmaking business.
Yeah, I didn't know they were in the filmmaking business because I've seen a few of their films.
Really?
But very indie film kind of feel. Ending was definitely an indie film kind of feel.
Yeah, that's the only part of the movie that got a little thumbs down for me. Because you're like, wait, what just happened? I don't even know. I'm going to have to Google it and be like, people of the internet, please tell me what this movie was about and what was going on at the end, because I didn't get it.
Or too intellectual for Ashley.
Yeah. Like, you gotta spell things out for me. You can't let me infer things or, that's a bad idea. Well, bad idea.
But yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Great acting by Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. He's newcomer. He may not really be a newcomer, but in my world, he was a newcomer, and
the dude can sing.
Yeah, man.
He can sing.
Yeah, I saw him on Jimmy Fallon, and he sang, and he was adorably cute and funny, and I was like, all right, Jimmy Fallon, if you think I should see this movie, I'm going. And Lindsay wanted to see it already. She doesn't need Jimmy Fallon to tell her what movies.
I pick out the good movies. Sorry, James.
I just wait for Jimmy to tell me to go see a movie, and then I'm on it. But yeah, he was really like it was just like earnest and heartfelt, his performance. Like even when he was like kind of being a jerk, you're kind of like, oh, but
you can do it.
But your life's really hard, and
you did. Part of me, and Ashley's probably gonna laugh at this, but there was one scene where he like plays, and I just wanted to start clapping, and then I thought, no, I'm in a movie theater.
I won't laugh at you, because at the very beginning scene opens on him, and he's just sitting on a stage, like singing and playing his guitar, and we're sitting in the movie theater, and I'm like it was like deathly silent in the movie theater. So like which movie theaters are supposed to be? But I'm thinking back to every concert where there's always somebody like chatting or something to something, and I'm like, it's so quiet. And then he gets done, and you do like for a split second, you're like, oh,
because everyone in the film is clapping, right. And so you're like, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah,
oh, wait, no, you can't hear
I was totally with you on that, because I was like feeling weird that I felt like I was at a concert, but I was like, what's going on?
So good job, Oscar, for making us want to go.
Yeah. So he did. He had earnest eyes. I'm all about eyes and teeth in movies. That's weird, but those are the things that I stare at while they're on a giant screen.
This is going to sound weird too, but he had good lips. Like, you know how most men, when they grow a beard, their lips disappear. Yeah. No, he had a beard, and he just had good, full lips. They were there, and his mouth didn't disappear.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't know, I was probably looking at his teeth. I was looking past the lips, guys. But yeah, he did a really good job in it.
JT, he's in it.
Justin Timberlake.
He did a good job, and I told this to Ashley. I said, I wish that sometimes, and I mean, I love Justin Timberlake's music. I love to dance around to it. I love to put it on really loud in my car and sing to it. But sometimes I wish he would just kind of sing a mellow song, because he has a good voice, and when he sings mellow, and he does have some mellow songs on his 2020 experience.
Part 2.
And it was just, he just has like a real voice. Like, it's just good and trained.
Yeah.
And
he's a good harmonizer, which is why I think he was good in a boy band. Because that's what you have to do in a boy band. You have to harmonize with all your boys. Yeah.
But yeah, JT, I want to hear more mellow stuff too, man.
Yeah.
We're coming to your concert in August, so along with all your songs.
Will you slow it down for us? Slow it down. How about you sing the Please Mr. Kennedy song?
It's from the movie, guys. It was good.
That was my favorite song of the whole movie.
Ashley will do that. Outer space.
I will. Yeah, I will. And I'll count down to 10. It was classic, guys. It was fantastic. Carey Mulligan in it, she's
kind of not a nice person in this movie.
But, like, I really feel like she's a really good actress, because I feel like you can see her in lots of different things, and she's very versatile. Whereas sometimes, like, these actresses that are big and you feel like they're kind of always playing the same thing in every movie they're in. But I feel like she's a real versatile actress. The music was good.
The music was...
Linz loves the folk.
I love folk music, so, I mean, from the first song, I was hooked. I was like, yeah, let's sing some more.
Everybody should sing everything in those movies.
So, as soon as we got in the car, I downloaded the soundtrack.
Yeah, she did. I just asked about the Please Mr. Kennedy song.
I said, yes, it's on there, but I'm buying the whole thing for $11 right now. You just
take that one song and just put it on a CD, then on repeat. I'll just be like,
over and over and over.
But yeah, so definitely, I mean, I do struggle with the independent nature sometimes of films where they just... There's not a wrap up. There's just like, hey, and we're done. And I'm like, but I needed to know, did he get a job? Does he have a house to live in? What happened to the cat he left in the car?
We decided what happened to that cat.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I get out of movies that don't have endings, and I rewrite them for myself and make sure that they work out nice and happily. Maybe not always happily, but at least they work out. They end.
So yeah, I do hope that it stays on the Oscar radar, because it was a good film. Yeah. It was a very good film.
Definitely, yeah. No, I really liked it until it ended, which is how all independent movies go for me. I really like them, and then they just stop, and I'm like, when's the sequel coming out? There's never sequels. So are there any other movies?
There's another one that's coming out.
That we're thinking.
I think maybe I heard it's also on the Oscar radar. It is an independent film, but it has stars in it. And we're gonna go see it when it comes out on January 10th. It's called Her, with Joaquin Phoenix. Scarlett Johansson plays the Her.
Plays her.
I don't know that we'll ever get to see her because in the previews he's just talking to some chick over the phone. We don't know who she is.
But Amy Adams is in it as well. Amy Adams is one of those actresses that I can take or leave in movies. Sometimes she's really good, and sometimes I'm like, seriously? Why are we nominating her for an Academy Award?
She is nominated. No, I made that up.
She might be. She probably is.
Maybe for American Hustle, she might be nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
For Best Not Wearing Enough Clothes Actress? I bet she'll get a nomination for that.
That was a lot of side boob that we did not need to see Amy Adams.
So yeah, that's one that again, I'm a little nervous that I'm excited to see. I'm a little worried that it's just gonna end, and I'm gonna be like,
definitely like this one's definitely indie film.
Indie film.
I mean, it went to I want to say
Sundance,
maybe Sundance,
Cannes.
It definitely went to film festivals. So yeah, she might be sad.
I might be like,
this one goes.
I'm gonna make up some more endings. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix dies in the end.
Oh, does he really? No, you just made that up.
Shows up to meet him and marry him, and
I thought maybe you just made that up. I thought maybe that was real, but you just made that up, right?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna be bummed out. Another movie that I was talking to Lindsay about today, that when I was reading on a couple different websites, is kind of has some Oscar buzz going on as well. Is a movie called Nebraska. That's got Will Forte in it, and then some other actor. Actor. That's an older gentleman. But the premise of the movie just seems like heartwarming, but also such open-endedness that there could be so much like strange comedy. It's about the older actor is Will Forte's father, and apparently he believes that he's won some kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse kind of thing. I don't think they're allowed to use Publishers Clearinghouse because that's like, I don't know, copyrighted or something. And so he convinces his son, Will Forte, that he needs to drive him to Nebraska so that he can claim his winnings or whatever. And I just feel like Will Forte and then his father, driving in a car for however long could just be so much, comedy, but also like heart, and so I think we should see that one too. But apparently this is the other thing we were talking about today, that while I would like to say that I want to see every Oscar film, there's probably going to be some that I'm like, I don't really want to see.
Like the Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
She said she don't want to see that, but then she told me that Benedict Cumberbatch is in it, and I was like, done, we're seeing that movie! Because I'm a big fan of him. But also, I don't know if it's gotten any Oscar buzz, but we were talking about seeing the new Julia Roberts movie that's coming out as well.
No, I think it has August Osage County. It looks good just because I think of the cast. Like, it's
a big cast.
Odd collection of people. And I'm not the biggest Meryl Streep fan. Sorry.
But she looks like she's playing a totally different character than she's ever played before.
So it looks like it could have some real, like, moments where it's either, like kind of that heart-wrenching kind of, but still comedic all at the same time. Like, I feel like that's what makes a good movie.
It also has Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
He's going to be in all of these movies.
Benedict, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
So she might not see the Dallas Buyers Club, but I probably will.
Yeah. Wait, did I say he was in that movie? I thought I said he was in 12 Years a Slave.
No, you said Dallas Buyers Club.
I'm going to Google that real quick.
But if he's not in Dallas Buyers Club, then sorry, Matthew McConaughey.
Then maybe you won't see it. No, I think I might have lied to you, because I think it's 12 Years a Slave.
Maybe you looked at 12 Years a Slave before we started talking about 12 Years a Slave.
Maybe. What is happening?
Okay, well, she does that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm Googling things while as we speak. I don't want to lead you guys astray.
But yeah, though, we thought about going to see that. It does have a big cast in it. Ewan McGregor, yeah?
Ewan McGregor!
He's in it. I didn't recognize him. He's got facial hair in this movie. And I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
It is Ewan McGregor.
And Abigail Breslin is in it?
Yeah, I didn't realize she was in it until we just saw the preview at inside Llewyn Davis.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But yeah, she's in it. I feel like the way Abigail Breslin ages, like she ages a little bit and then she stops.
Yeah.
And then she ages a little bit and then she stops. And you're like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah, you're like, I'm very confused. Like, how old are you? Are you 12? Are you 25? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so I might have confused you.
Okay.
Because he's in 12 Years a Slave.
So we won't be seeing Dallas Buyers Club.
No.
But we will be seeing 12 Years a Slave.
Okay, so 12 Years a Slave. I have no idea what this movie is about. Like, not even in the slightest.
About slaves.
Probably. It's kidnapped. Okay, yeah, in the 1800s. Yeah, okay. Yes. So this one guy gets kidnapped. But it has Michael Fassbender in it. Magneto from the X-Men young Magneto. It has Brad Pitt in it. What up? Yeah.
That's a weird person to put in that kind of movie.
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch. Paul Giamatti. Sarah Paulson. Giamatti. This one's going to get you excited. Paul Dano. Yeah.
Paul Dano. I love him. Paul Dano.
Yeah. So there you go. So we should see that one.
Okay, we'll see that one. Dallas Buyers Club, you've been kicked.
Yeah, it just has Matthew McConaughey, Jared Leto, and Jennifer Garner. What? This is insanity.
Where have you been, Jennifer Garner? I've been hiding.
Watching her husband become Batman. Just kidding. So yeah, so sorry. I don't want to confuse anyone.
So no you. Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Go see 12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave. Go see that instead.
We're going to go see that. Eventually.
Someday.
As long as Benedict shows up in it, I'm okay.
Yeah. Wow. So I think unless there's some real crazies out there, I think we could knock them all out. Unless it's something that I'm just like, I don't want to see that.
And I'll go, fine, I'll watch it.
You can watch it and tell me about it. No, I'll do it. I'm going to do it, guys, just for you.
But there's also a movie coming out that has zero Oscar buzz, but we're totally going to go see, and it's called That Awkward Moment.
With Zac Efron, and I don't know the
guy
name.
From the Spectacular Now.
Spectacular Now. I should learn his name. I feel bad. And it's got the guy who played Vince from Friday Night Lights. That's the other guy. And I was like, yeah! So we're going to go see that and
that looks hilarious.
Be like teenage girls, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah, that's going to happen. And we're going to love everybody. And I'm going to tell people that movie should totally win an Oscar this year. It was the best movie I saw all year. Even if it's not.
And that is totally Ashley and Lindsay kind of movie. I think they made that movie just for us.
They did. They said, what? Those girls don't look busy enough? Let's make a movie.
But those are the movies in our 2012. So, our 2012? Whoa! Kicking it way back, guy.
And I'm like, yeah, 2012.
2014 list.
2014, yeah. So it's going to be a busy movie year for us.
Mm-hmm. But I'm okay with that because I like movies.
Yeah, Lynn's likes movies.
One of our other loves.
Yeah.
TV.
This
is why we won't get men, because we need to see movies and we need to see TV.
And we need to see TV. And we watch so much TV that our sense of romance is completely warped. Completely.
We're never gonna find.
He's not going to hire a 12-piece band to serenade me on the street corner as I walk past. Why not? That's what true love is.
Oh, that's hysterical. It's probably true. Yeah, we're going to be like, no, you're supposed to do this because so-and-so did this.
Yeah. You're supposed to propose to me at a gas station in the pouring rain because that's how Jim proposed to Pam. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Some poor man someday. He's gonna be like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. So we're not gonna get a man because we like movies and TV, and because they're not gonna do the exact thing we want them to.
They don't understand real romance, these real life boys.
So, but the TV shows, there's, now what TV's doing is, like, do fall, then they take a winter break.
Yeah,
and then they come back. Or they take a long winter break and don't come back till spring, and so in their place, new shows come. Which I love. I love
Me
that
too.
they started doing that.
I love, because it used to be when they went on their winter break, you were like, there's nothing on TV to watch. I have to sit here and stare at reruns of, I don't know what, things that I was like, I didn't really want to watch that the first time it was on. So, yeah, so there are some, I mean, there's a pretty long list of shows that are coming back, starting in January. Obviously we can talk about our most favoritist show first. We did 2 500 Days of Friends, but not those Friends episodes regarding this show. What show would that be, Lindsay?
Psych! Comes back this week, yeah? 3 days. 3 days. We're so excited.
Yeah. And what is it? Look, your sweater is totally perfect. Because where are they going?
They're going to go to England.
They're going to London,
and it's going to be so fun because the pictures that we've seen, what do they dressed in?
A Hogwarts robe.
I didn't even know that we're big Harry Potter nerds.
We love Harry Potter and we love Psych, and they're gonna smash them together, and it's gonna be awesome. And who is coming back?
I can only think of his real name.
Carrie Elves. Carrie Elves is coming back as Despero. There it is. It's coming. Despero.
For some reason, I wanted to say it started with an N, and I was like, no.
Maybe his name is Ned Despero.
He was the art thief. Probably still is an art thief because
probably
you can't change Despero.
No, you can't.
But he's fantastic. We love you, Carrie.
Yeah. So London, Despero's back. Psych is back. As we were talking about earlier, apparently Lassie got demoted. And Jules is the new head detective. We love Psych.
Both missed that episode.
Still don't remember that happening.
Or went to sleep at one point and then woke up a few minutes later and missed that part.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a great new season. I'm really excited. I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that this is not the last season of Psych.
They have not said anything about final season.
Yeah. So we're hoping that they're just going to say, what? Maggie doesn't have anything else to do. Let's just keep making Psych for all eternity. And I'd be okay with that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So watch it in 3 days, guys.
Don't miss it. On USA.
London, England. Not TBS. Not TBS. At 9, yeah? Comes on at 9? 9 our time, I believe.
I don't know, guys.
9 our time.
I just finally figured out it's not on TBS, so I don't know what time it comes on.
USA. Psych!
Psych.
I'm so glad we're the sweater.
That was like perfect. I was like,
not even planned. That's how the real world works.
That's right. That's how much we love Psych. We dress appropriately and don't even know it.
This is like one of my favorite sweaters though, so I wash it as much as I can to wear it.
Told
Ashley, I wore it on New Year's, told Ashley to talk to people in a British accent.
And I said, do it. And I'll talk to people in a, I don't know, what kind of accent, because
I did. We walked into the restaurant and I was like, well, I don't know about you Texans, but we look before we cross the street.
Not me. I just step on out.
She was about to get my phone.
Almost got run over by a car.
Anyways, new show. You're excited about this next one.
Yeah, I am excited about this next one. And this is actually, I think, the only one on the list that is actually aired. Like a show, an episode is actually aired. Community. I have watched Community off and on. Its humor to me sometimes is so over the top that I can't. I'm like, Community, I can't deal with you. Like, I need to not watch you for about 4 episodes and then jump back in the bandwagon. And I feel like with Community, you can do that because none of their episodes have any ties to the episode before it or after it or 4 episodes later. But I have a deep love for Joel McHale, like deep love in my heart.
Doesn't like Joel McHale?
Stupid people.
See, I don't watch Community, but I love Joel McHale.
Yeah.
I just don't think I've tried. And I don't think I can handle, the supporting actors around him. I can't handle it.
Yeah, it's a little like, it is truly, I feel like, truly, like, an ensemble cast. Like, I feel like, while Joel McHale was the name, like, to draw people into the show, like, I feel like they very much disperse the, like, every episode has, like, A, B, C, D, all the way to N plot for, like, each character. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is a lot sometimes. But in the new season, apparently, in the last season, they had all graduated. And, but in the new season, Jeff comes back, Joel McHale's character, sorry. He comes back to teach at, Greendale. Yeah. And so, he's teaching fundamentals of law, which is funny because he was never a real lawyer. Like, that's why he had to go to community college, because he never had a real law degree. He just pretended to be a lawyer. And so now he's teaching law, and he doesn't know anything about it. So when it aired, like when the new season aired, it aired 2 episodes. In the first episode, I was kind of like, oh, like it was just kind of all over the place. And I was like, slow down. Like, let's focus a little bit. But I feel like the second episode that aired, they did a really good job of kind of focusing in on, like, one plot a little bit. And everyone just kind of had a piece of that plot. So I'm excited to see kind of where it goes, and to see if I can handle the humor, if it just gets too bizarre that I'm like, I gotta go. Because it reminds me a lot of Scrubs, which I loved Scrubs. I loved the humor of Scrubs. It was so, like, twisted and kind of out there, and just kind of, I mean, like, lots of gags and things like that, like, sight gags that were funny. And so I feel like Community kind of has that aspect as well. And they, in the first episode, like, they reference Scrubs, like, throughout the entire first episode in Zach Braff, and I was like, this is amazing. So it made me really happy. So I'm just hoping, that they can kind of focus their energy a little bit and not be like, wah! But I'm excited. I'm excited that it's back. It's a fun show. Like, it's a show just that's silly. And I like silliness.
I have no opinion.
She has no opinion.
Don't watch it.
Except for that Joel McHale is awesome.
I mean, he's nice to look at, too.
He is a tall, handsome drink of water.
Tall, handsome, hilarious. What more do you need?
You don't need anything. Nothing.
Next on our list, hasn't started yet.
No, and it's like a completely new show, which I actually learned of it from the TV fest that we went to last year. Apparently, this was one of the series that they screened.
Was I asleep during that?
No. Because we only had tickets to go to the panels, and so apparently this is like they do panels and they do screenings, and apparently this was one of the new shows that they screened that apparently got really good reception. It's called Enlisted. And it's kind of a, like, army-based comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah.
Like, when you think army show, you think, oh, it's going to be drama.
Yeah.
You're going to want to cry every
episode.
It's a comedy!
Yeah, so I think it's, like, kind of set in, like, boot camp. And it's got, I can't remember which one's which, but it's got one of the Schultz. It's either Jeff or George. I think it's George. I can't really remember, though. But apparently, like, it's just this bunch of guys, and, I love the buddy comedy. Like, if you're gonna make a comedy, like Psych, like Scrubs, like, all these things, like, you need to have 2 dude BFFs that just knock it out of the park. And I feel like this show has the elements to do that. And I feel like it could be really funny. So, I think it starts airing maybe next week. I don't know what channel it's on, sorry. Maybe NBC? Maybe Fox?
I think it's NBC.
Yeah, well, check it out. Just go
NBC
to your
ABC. That's mostly what my shows come on.
Go to your search on your DVR, type it in, and it'll tell you what channel it's on. Because that's what I do.
No, I think it'll get good reception because when you do think of army shows, you think drama. Like Army Wives.
Yeah.
So I think like taking the army aspect but putting a comedy spin on it is gonna make people feel good about it.
Yeah.
So I think it'll get good reception.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun.
Next is a show we both like, and I think it kind of brings the teenage girl on both of us.
Do you feel like maybe it's like your guilty pleasure show that you like don't really want to tell people that you watch? But we're about to tell all of you on, I was about to say national television. This isn't television, guys. This is the internet. But yeah, we're about to just lay it all out there, so you guys get ready.
And you don't want to miss an episode. But yeah, it definitely turns us into teenage girls. But it's ABC Family's baby daddy.
Baby daddy!
We think is fun and adorable.
It is.
Cute boy who
yes.
takes care of his baby and has his brother and his best friend help him do it.
Yeah. And it's like all of these faces from like
our past
teeny bopper things that you have watched that you're like, what? I loved that kid and smart guy, and I loved her in the Jonas LA, and like those kinds of things that you're like, I don't care that I'm an adult. Yeah, I have guilty pleasure shows that I watch. But I think what I'm most excited about for the new season to start is that Ben and Riley are finally gonna like have a little romance.
Yeah. But I'm a little worried about it because
it's not gonna last.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna last long. But it's taken this is their fourth season.
Yeah, I can't. I'm really bad at ABC because it's like, here, let's air 7 episodes. And then 4 months will go by, and let's air 4 more, and then a month will go by, and let's order. I'm like,
it's like,
crow.
I think it's their 3rd season. So it's taken them 3 seasons to get together, and now they're together. But Ben's brother also has a crush on Riley, so you're like, how's this gonna play out?
But I never really cared for the Danny-Riley romance.
Danny's just he's the comic relief. He's just goofy.
I know that they were supposed to because, throughout the first however many seasons, 2, I think. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. He's, always there for Riley, and he's always, taking care of her, making sure she blah, 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 blah,
just
blah.
being a good friend.
And you're like, well, that's really nice.
Just be friends.
But she wants to be with Ben. Let's just let that happen. And then if it doesn't happen, and then Ben is like, Sure, Danny, you go for it. Because that is, that's the bro code. That's the bro code. The real bro code.
We know all about the bro code.
Not just the
That's
friends.
another reason we won't get them in, because we've cracked their code.
Yeah, we've cracked your bro code. We know how it is. She's fine. Just stop it. But, so I think I never was on board with that, romance.
Well, I'm not saying I'm on board. I'm just saying...
Because I'm
I'm sad, and I'm worried, because I always wanted Ben and Riley to get together.
Okay,
and I feel like it's not going to last, because Danny's feelings are going to get in the way.
I'm going to be like, Danny, you need to move out. Go take your
You're a professional hockey player.
And your hockey puck.
Go find your own place to live.
Find another apartment.
But yeah, and the baby girl that's on there, she's adorable. I think they're twins that switch off, and she's cute. They're adorable.
Cute little baby.
And they do, Baby Daddy does a really good job of keeping the baby the age she's supposed to be. Not we're going to take a break and come back, and all of a sudden she's 2.
Yeah, she's 47 now. What? She's an adult.
So they do
making
really
her
good
own
job
adult
of
decisions.
Keeping the baby the age she's supposed to.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. All right. The next 2 on the list are totally
all
they're
me.
They're not me. I don't even know about them.
I've never seen an episode, but I'm so excited because one of them starts tonight. 30 minutes my time.
30 minutes.
I am so excited.
I like that we both leaned in to look.
Because we're blind.
There's the clock right down there, guys. We didn't just want to get closer to you.
But it is the 4th season of Downton Abbey. My Downton friends, my British friends. Hello, I'm rocking the British today.
Yeah, you were prepared.
I love Downton Abbey. Last season left off, I was completely depressed last season because first they killed off my favorite, I guess she was an heiress. She was the youngest of the 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. She was so sweet and so kind-hearted, and she felt like she didn't need to follow, the royal law, and so she ran away with the chauffeur because they fell in love, and so they got married. And she came back with him, and she was like, no, you have to accept me, and you have to accept my husband, who used to be the chauffeur. So we're like, fine, we'll accept your husband. She came back pregnant, and they were going to have a baby. And she had the baby, and they were like, no, she's going to die. We need to take her to the hospital. And then she had the baby, and she was fine. And they all went to bed. And then Mary, the oldest sister, came and woke up the parents and said, no, it's Sybil. You got to come hurry. And Sybil was having the reaction that the doctor said she was going to have. And Lord Grantham wouldn't take her to the hospital so that the doctor could fix it and deliver her the baby okay, and so she died. She died the same night that she had her baby.
Okay, so she had the baby.
She had the baby. The baby's fine.
So the baby and the chauffeur are still...
They're still...
living at the Downton?
This is the chauffeur. Isn't he cute?
Oh, he's a little handsome.
He's cute.
The
chauffeur and the baby are still out the Abbey. And...
Oh, the Abbey, not the Downton.
Not the Downton. But Sybil's mom promised her that she would take care of both of them. So that's a promise that I feel like the Granthams have to...
Is that Maggie Smith?
No, Maggie Smith is this guy's.
Oh, sorry. I like Maggie Smith.
This guy's mother. I mean, she is like the top-notch lady, but he right now is in charge. Lord Grantham's in charge.
Grantham.
But I feel like that's a promise they have to follow through on because, I mean, that was Sybil's wish, and then Sybil died, so you can't break a promise to
dead people. Yeah, that's rude.
But yeah, I just like cried and cried, and I watch it with my parents because they're big Abbey fans too, and I like cried, and I looked over, and they both just have straight faces. I was like, "You people are real dumb. This is the saddest moment ever."
They don't have the love for fake friends like we do.
So then, you know, Mary gets married to Matthew Crawley, which he was precious. Dan Stevens played Matthew Crawley, and I loved him so much. And they decide they want a baby, and so they get pregnant, and she goes into labor at the last episode, and she has the baby, and he's so excited, and he's gonna go back to the Abbey, and he's gonna tell the family, come see our baby. They had a baby boy, and on his way to the Abbey, he had a car accident and flipped his car and died.
And
it was like not like maybe 2 episodes after Sybil died, so I was not done grieving Sybil. Now I have to grieve Sybil and Matthew. And I was just like, why are you kicking off 2 of my favorite characters? So Downton Abbey.
It's because they're British.
You're starting tonight, and I really hope you step it up because you just made me so sad.
So it's like for sure that dude's dead. He's like not gonna like miraculously come back.
No, because I follow Dan Stevens on Twitter, and he's like, nope, I'm done with Downton. I'm making babies now.
He's like, nope, I'm dead.
No, he's definitely dead. It showed blood coming out of his head and whatnot.
Ooh.
But the next one that I'm excited about that will start the 19th, I'm pretty sure. He's
on the back.
He's on the back.
He's on the back.
It's Sherlock, and there's my friend Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Sherlock. It's a great show. I've been trying to tell Ashley. It's a wonderful show.
I could maybe watch that show because the dude who plays Watson. Right? Mm-hmm. Tim Daly? No, what's not Tim Daly? Tim Daly. No, what's his name in real life? Do you know his name in real life? You don't know his name in real life.
He plays in The Hobbit. That's all I know.
He plays in The Hobbit, but he also played in the original Office, the British version of Office.
Oh, did he?
He played Jim.
Oh.
But his name was Tim. That's where I got Tim from. And Tim Daly is the guy who was on Wings a really long time ago. In case you guys are wondering who that is. So I feel like maybe I could watch that show.
It's good. Like, I mean, it has drama, like most British PBS shows do. But then it's also like this. It's like kind of like twisted comedy.
Yeah, I like twisted.
It's just funny. Like Benedict is hilarious as Sherlock, and then the way that they interact with each other, the way that Sherlock and Watson just interact with each other, it just makes it even more funny.
Yeah.
So it's a great
yeah.
show.
I could probably maybe Downton Abbey. Sorry guys,
it's too much drama.
It's too much drama. It's too much Britishness. It's too much for me. But I did tell Lindsay earlier, I said, here's my problem with British television. I feel like I would have to watch it with closed captioning on because I don't know what they're saying. They all talk really fast with a British accent, and then they all kind of talk all quietly.
But I will admit, Benedict Cumberbatch does talk really, really fast. So if you were to borrow my DVDs, you'd probably have them forever because you'd probably do like rewinding.
I'd be like, what?
And each episode's like 90 minutes long, so...
What did he just say? So, that's my only issues with British television. I mean, and yeah, I'm not a dramatic TV watcher. I want to laugh when I watch TV. Unless it's a teen soap drama, then I'm all for it.
But I'm telling you, you should give Sherlock a chance. Everybody should give Sherlock a chance.
Can I watch it with closed captioning? Because then I feel like I'd be like doing good.
Maybe, I don't know.
It'd be like watching a foreign film that's in English.
But But it's drama, but it has this twisted comedy to it, and it's funny.
All right.
But I'm really excited about those shows.
Maybe I'll give that one a try.
It's good. Oh God.
Those
are mine that I'm really excited about. Next
is the show that is on TBS. Thank you very much. There are TBS Israel, guys. It does still exist.
And we both watch this show. Yeah. We think it's fun.
Yeah.
Men at Work. It's funny.
Yeah, it's that buddy comedy. Four guys that work together. You know, men.
Work.
Four men
I don't know how much work they get done.
But like it's got guys that are not like huge names in television, but they're guys that you've seen and stuff, and so you're like, oh, I remember that guy from this, and then like Zach from the OC and things like that you're like, oh yeah, I've totally seen that guy and he was funny in that. So but they have this fun they kind of is almost like a chick show for dudes. Because they have like this like lingo that is like, oh, it's like the Men at Work lingo, and like they just say funny things that you're like, that's so like a girly thing to do, but it's like macho and it's like manly, so you're like, oh, that's funny.
And they pick on each other, and it's so hilarious.
Yeah. I feel like that's what bro comedies do well. Like,
they just pick on each other.
They do, because that's what friendship is. Like, friendship is mocking your friends. Like that. I mean, that's what our friendship is. It's like, I love you enough that I can make you feel like a dork whenever you're being a dork. Like, you know. So I think that is why we both enjoy that type of comedy. But yeah, it's definitely, it's not like the best writing in the whole wide world. It's not like the most well-acted show in the whole wide world. It's TBS, guys.
It's TBS.
Come on.
Yeah, some of the shows you're like,
yeah, but it's funny. Like it's got a good bit of comedy to it.
And it's also a show that you don't have to like follow.
Yeah, like there's not really a storyline. There's just like, hey, guess what we did today, and hey, we're gonna forget about that.
They're gonna call Milo Fozzie Bear.
Yeah,
because hilarious.
It's just funny. It was just funny.
Last one, we both are big fans of.
We are, and I'm excited it's coming back. It is probably the scariest show on television.
Scariest, and the only, like, fantasy show that we watch.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you watch Supernatural, but I've kind of...
I watch Supernatural, and I watch Once Upon a Time as well.
Yeah, and I've kind of gotten away from both of those shows. But this is on Sci-Fi.
Can you believe that? We watched a show on Sci-Fi.
We are so running the gambit of television channels that you can watch.
My dad was shocked when he found out I watched a show on Sci-Fi.
TBS. Sci-Fi.
ABC Family. I was like, where do we get to like ABC, CBS, NBC, like the main network?
Who forget those? Forget those. But this is Being Human.
We've been with it since episode 1.
Yeah, like since the very beginning. We've definitely watched it. So there's vampire, werewolf, and a ghost all living together. It's like a really bad joke, but it's not. Like, it's really awesome.
And it does get scary at some point.
Yeah, man. There are times that I gotta go, what? There's some gore aspect to this.
Lots of gore, especially when it comes to the vampires.
Yeah, that I'm like, whoa, that's...
Yeah, there's some scenes, like Aiden the vampire, he's just sitting in blood.
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
Aiden, chill, man.
Yeah, and then, Josh the vampire, the werewolf.
He has blood as well, and he's naked.
And he's naked. He just goes, look at his clothes. But it's when he's a werewolf, so you're like, oh, well, he's a werewolf. But still, you're like, what? But then he wakes up from being a werewolf.
But last season, the ghost got pretty morbid, too. Oh, yeah. She was, like, decaying, and it was nasty.
Okay. So, last season, Sally, the ghost, died, which you're like, ghost can die? I didn't even know this. And so,
bring her back.
But then they reanimated her corpse. Sounds super gross, and it was, because like skin would just like fall off.
And at first it was totally fine, and she was like, I'm back, and I can walk out of the house. She wasn't able to get out of the house when she was a ghost, and she could touch people.
She fell in love.
Decaying.
She fell in love with a really cute mortician.
Oh, she did. But the ghost that she also fell in love with too was cute.
Oh yeah, there's so much love in the ghost world.
Those ghosts.
But so apparently I was reading the synopsis for the season opener, and it's like Aiden and Nora, who is a werewolf wife.
Why? Because they're married.
Because they're married. She and Aiden are, living somewhere, and, Josh is trapped as his wolf.
Oh, poor Josh.
I know. Because
Josh seems to have some rough times.
Because last year, for a portion of the season, he wasn't a werewolf anymore because he had killed his werewolf maker, and so he stopped being a werewolf. And you're like, yeah! But then Nora couldn't because Josh was the one who made her a werewolf. So if Nora wanted to stop being a werewolf, she had to kill Josh.
Kill the man she's in love with.
Which was a bummer. But then he, got scratched again by a werewolf, and...
No, he's a werewolf.
He got scratched by a pureblood, so I think maybe that has something to do with why he's, stuck as his wolf. And then Sally, the ghost, is stuck with, the demon lady who reanimated her corpse somewhere, and you're like...
That lady was freaky to begin with, and I don't think Josh should have messed with her, period. Oh, no. As much as I wanted Sally to come back.
We're just let Sally... Limbo. Let Sally live in limbo. We'll watch you two guys and Nora be a happy family.
Watch and Sally
just... she's fine in limbo. It all would have been fine. But yeah, so I'm definitely intrigued to see...
What happens.
And I like Being Human because their seasons are kind of short, but then they, they come pretty often, and so you feel like it's just kind of a mess of stuff that they give you, and you don't have to wait 8 months
because
to see a story resolved
with these cliffhangers, and you're like, what? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And then it comes back, and you're like, okay, I gotta know what happens.
Yeah, but that's a show that is based off of a British show.
Yes, there is a BBC version that has lots of seasons.
But what I like that they did with the American version that they didn't do with the BBC version is every season of the BBC version has a different cast. It's not a recurring storyline from season to season. I'm pretty sure that's true because I was looking and I was like, who are all these people?
Good thing I watched the American
version. Whereas the American, they kept the same cast and continued to build on the storyline.
I don't know that maybe British people think differently than we do, because maybe that's the way Downton Abbey works, where they're like, we're going to kill off this character, and the Brits could care less.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well.
But, us Americans, we get so attached that they're like, oh, no, we got to keep the same characters for the Americans, or they're going to throw a hissy fit.
Yeah. We don't like when people die in America.
No, we don't.
Especially fake people. I think we do better in America when real people die than when fake characters
But you take away our fake friends, we're going to hunt you down.
No, that's not okay.
Twitter's going to start blowing up.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to bring that person back from the dead. That's all I'm saying. I think we're both really excited for Being Human to come back. Just because it is very different. As for me, especially, it's a very different show from nearly everything else that I watch on television. It gives me that, just that, weirdo glimpse into, sci-fi and fantasy and all these things that I'm like, I kind of forgot I like all that
right?
stuff.
You forget. Ooh, I like supernatural things.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, vampires and ghosts and werewolves.
But I think it's also, a good show, because, some shows are like, yeah, let's do storylines for different characters, and, Community, it just becomes such a mess, and you don't know where to focus.
You can't focus.
But Being Human, they do a storyline for Aiden, they do a storyline for Josh, and they do a storyline for Sally, and then they somehow do a storyline for all three of them together.
Yeah.
All in one episode, and I think they do a really good job not making it all a mess. You feel like you follow Aiden, and you feel like you follow Josh, and you feel like you follow Sally, and nothing gets confusing.
No. And maybe it's because it's, 3 or, I guess, technically 4 when you throw Nora into the mix.
Yeah, but she has, the same problems Josh has. So.
She and Josh are like, oh, we're werewolves and we're in love. Bummer.
So, but yeah, I think they do a really good job
with
keeping those storylines to where you can focus on each one of them every single episode.
I'm with ya. So,
and
January.
There's 2 hot boys in it.
Handsome men.
Handsome vampire, handsome werewolf.
Handsome werewolf.
More handsome than you.
Jacob.
I was like, what's your face?
Taylor Lautner. We don't like you.
I mean, you're probably a really cool kid.
No, you're not.
But
you dated Taylor Swift. You're a dummy.
But this werewolf, he's a grown-up man.
He is, and he's like a nerd. And you're like, oh, how did you become a werewolf, you nerd? Why did you even leave your house and get scratched by a werewolf? I don't understand this.
Wasn't he on a hike?
Yeah, he was in the woods with his buddy, and his buddy died, and then he got turned into a werewolf.
And he's a cute nerd. And then Aiden, he just has that bad boy, gotta keep everything bottled up inside, and you're just like,
You're like, you can let it out with me. Let it out with me, baby.
I like those bad boy vampires.
Yeah, Lindsay likes the bad boy vampires. I tend to like the dirty werewolves.
Being that we only watch one show that has two.
Maybe if Taylor Lautner was a little more of a dork and not so, let me take my shirt off every 5 minutes and show everyone my abs, I'd be like, maybe I like you a little bit more. Maybe. Write that into the next Twilight movie. Oh wait, there is no more. I'm gonna remake Twilight and make the vampire, I keep saying that. Make the werewolf a nerd. Everyone will fall in love with him. We'll give him glasses.
Oh,
yeah. Give him a little bow tie to wear. I'll just make Darren Criss. Because that's what I'm picturing in my head right now. Glasses, bow tie.
Anyways,
so January I feel is going to be a really good month for television. Mm-hmm. Because that's how I base my months. How are they going to be for television?
So if you can't find us, we're probably watching these shows.
Yeah. Just text us.
I will text you back and go, stop bothering me, I'm watching my show.
Sorry. I'm watching Being Human.
We should have Being Human parties.
We will have Being Human parties.
Psych
parties.
Baby daddy parties.
Baby daddy parties. That seems weird.
And then we'll get on the internet and tell you all about our parties.
Be like, don't you want to come to our party? It's the best.
But yeah, January's going to be a great month. We're excited.
January's going to be great. So yeah, guys. So I kind of think that's really it for us today. 500 Days of Friends, but not those friends.
Has gone British.
And has gone, I don't know.
Has gone into the new year.
Gone. We better hurry because this is at 55 minutes.
We better hurry because downtime's going to start in like 10.
Oh, snap.
That's more important. Just kidding. Y'all are so important to me. I love you. But thanks for watching, guys.
I love you more.
Whatever.
Whatevs. All right. Peace.
Bye. We'll see you next week.
See